Welcome back to the channel, my dear viewers. In the previous episode of the Special Space Program series, I alluded to the emergence of the idea of special space programs. Programs that are aeons in advance of our current NASA SpaceX endeavor to explore the solar system. I shared a skeletal explanation with full attribution of the groundbreaking work and research that has been done by Dr. Michael Salla of the Exopolitics Organization. I referred to the beings, the ancient breakaway civilization that was channeled by Maria Orsic, and Dr. Schumann, who was able to verify the technical details. The Thule Society and the infamous Nazi weaponization program under Heinrich Hitler, plus Hitler's evil quest to rule the world. All these beings and institutions played a role in the emergence of these special space programs. For without the altruistic testimonies of some and the hateful negative actions of others, we might have been none the wiser about the existence of these programs and their development. So with all these poignant questions now answered, in a way that you, the viewer, will hopefully have understood, I'll move on to the final question. How will the special space programs play out in the lives of future humanity on Earth? What will result from the use of the hugely advanced technology inherited in the special space programs? To answer this intriguing question, I'll first point attention to Dr. Salla's book, Galactic Diplomacy, Getting to Yes with E.T. In this well-researched and thorough treatise, gives us a glimpse of the future diplomatic exchanges that could take place between humanity and its ET benefactors, with respect to gaining membership in the galactic fraternity of beings. The question of how the special space program's technology will play out is, however, another issue, and I'll need to lean heavily on what I can glean from conversations with my higher self, who will only supply information that will not infringe on human free will. Where there is nothing forthcoming, I will lean on my personal experience as a researcher, and what you hear from me will be my personal guesstimate, if you will. So please take it to be nothing more than that. Take it as an instigator of your own curiosity and as a good reason for cooperative hope. Before I start, however, it should be considered that all this can only begin once the remaining deep state entities, that is, the current dominant superpowers, governmental authorities, and the signatories to the Illegal Wicked Enslavement Forum, have been removed from power and can no longer influence the narrative in any way or form. Having cleared that up, my first allusion is to the release of the 5,000 plus patents that were classified by the US government in an attempt to remove them from becoming a part of the public domain. These patents contained many types of life-improving inventions, such as over-unity devices. That is, a device that produces more kinetic energy than it initially receives to power it up, a form of free energy, if you will. In addition to the release of all these restricted patents will be new revolutionary propulsion systems that are 1,000 times more advanced than the current propulsion methods being considered by NASA and SpaceX for our future Moon and Mars travel agenda. The current time frame for a trip to Mars is around 6 months. With the special space program technology, this could be reduced literally to a few hours. Wouldn't that put a dent in the current mindset of our illustrious and intrepid spacefarers? Yet another child of the SSP, or Special Space Programs, is the Medibed. A Medibed is an AI-run diagnostic device that, after diagnosis of a physical human condition, will also be able to administer its cure. It is purported that thousands of these devices are being manufactured within the internal areas of the Moon, awaiting the release of humanity from its evil overlords, to be administered mainly for the purpose of reversing the harmful effects experienced by millions of humans who were afflicted through the illegal health fiasco virus that recently plagued the entire Earth population. The cures will not be limited to the already mentioned condition, but many other quality of life impacting maladies. Wow, I can't wait for this. That Medibed will be extremely busy dealing with all my ailments. Finally, in connection with the many benefits already mentioned, there is the advice and direction humanity will receive from our ET partners, who will know exactly how we should approach things. I alluded to this possible scenario in my book, Awaken, O My Soul, a post-disclosure blueprint. The managing of the entire process is there, and it makes for an interesting read. I do, however, defer to Dr. Solar's book on galactic diplomacy. Access the Amazon website and purchase this book today. Educate yourself on what the future holds for you and humanity as a whole. There's just one more inclusion I want to make, one that is poignant to the special space programs and the deep state program, which is still running, be it toward its demise. This has to do with what I mentioned in a previous video about the fear factor. The false flag deep state initiative is going to take place very, very soon. It was initially thought to be a damp squib, one that would end up being laughable in the eyes of humanity. However, new information has come to light. It was attested to me by a retired FBI special agent by the name of John DeSouza, who testified on a recent Exopolitics podcast about an event that the deep state have planned for humanity called Project Bluebeam. Project Bluebeam will be anything else other than a damp squid operation. Humanity needs to be warned, because this part of the Special Space Program quiver of technology is going to be used to intimidate people on Earth that they are in real danger. And this is partially true. Certain cities, certain passenger-carrying aircraft, and certain deep state opposition groups will be targeted for destruction by a laser weapon that is perched in orbit specifically for this purpose. Thousands of huge mothership-type vessels will appear in the skies where everyone will be able to see them. But these will be holographic projections, a trick to make humanity think they are under attack by an alien force. It's expedient that as many of us who know about this phenomenon speak out against it in whatever form of delivery we can manage. You will need to be as wise as a serpent but as harmless as a dove. Wise as a serpent in that you need to assess the audience you choose for their open-mindedness. Otherwise you'll be heaped with scorn, derision and contempt. But hey, if you can handle that, then go for it. Harmless as a dove in that your intentions remain pure without retaliation on these uninformed entities. That you maintain at all times a service to others attitude. These are extraneous times in which we are living. And these are the most important times of this incarnation. And in another way, the most difficult and dangerous times for humanity. We need to put our hands on the plough and finish the course, which I will remind you we all chose in our individual pre-incarnation events. Well, that's all we have time for in today's presentation. But before we close, please remember to hit the thumbs up and subscribe buttons below, and thank you for watching my channel. Be sure to catch up with the latest material on the next viewing of Spiritually Conscious Soul 101.